Jersey City. Candido Ortiz claims he can cook anything: mashed potatoes and gravy, perno guisado, chicken cacciatore. At his new restaurant here, El Saber del Café, he will honor any request. Mr. Ortiz honed his cooking skills in an unusual setting, a federal prison, where he was incarcerated for 26 years 10 months 17 days, and where he was a chef for 24 of those years. His time behind bars was actually much shorter than it was supposed to be. Mr. Ortiz was sentenced to 49 years and 6 months for his role in a cocaine trafficking network, a sentence that was imposed at the height of the nation's war on drugs. When I went to jail, in the beginning, with my sentence, I think that I'm never going to be out, Mr. Ortiz, 57, said, his chef's uniform and hat still a fresh white on his first day at the restaurant. Last year, Mr. Ortiz walked out of the federal correctional facility at Fort Dix, in New Jersey, his sentence reduced after President Obama granted him clemency. He left prison with no money, no relatives who could help him financially, no official identification and no career experience. But with help from the New Jersey Reentry Corporation, a nonprofit run by James E. McGreevey, the former New Jersey governor, Mr. Ortiz was back in a kitchen 5 days later, as a chef at the Light Rail Cafe in Jersey City. Mr. McGreevey ticked off all the steps needed to get Mr. Ortiz back to work. Contact the Office of the Secretary of State for Puerto Rico to get a copy of Mr. Ortiz's original birth certificate, put together job applications, scroll employment opportunities, make sure he passed drug tests, and establish a mailing address. All the tasks, Mr. McGreevey noted, are next to impossible for a recently released, long-term inmate, particularly at this moment in time. This climate has only exacerbated the tension and the need to have documentation immediately available, Mr. McGreevey said, adding that he has a list of 70 lawyers statewide who help his organization. After having lost so much of his productive life, Mr. Ortiz was not ready to settle for a line cook job. I told the owner, I said, I'm going to quit here when I get my own place, Mr. Ortiz said as former co-workers from the Light Rail Cafe who had come to celebrate his opening lingered in the restaurant. He said, oh yeah. He thought I was playing. But I was not, I was serious. Combining his savings with a $25,000 investment that the New Jersey Reentry Corporation solicited from local Hispanic business leaders, Mr. Ortiz opened the doors of his restaurant just in time for the Christmas rush and, perhaps, as organizers of holiday parties are hunting for catering of some pollo horneado, baked chicken, costilla de cerdo, pork ribs, or lasagna. His path to chef and owner of a restaurant on Martin Luther King Drive that offers an international cuisine was not what he had once envisioned. Born in Puerto Rico, Mr. Ortiz moved to New Jersey in the 1970s. He grew up poor and said he turned to drugs. The trafficking network was in Patterson and Passaic when he saw the potential for fast money. When you were young, you know, you want to get fast money, you see fancy cars, you want to drive one of them, he said.